Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis. And today we are going to be talking about Ripple and XRP. And we have so much to talk about. I think first and foremost, we should probably talk about, just the sentiment around the retail sector. I want to target Jim Cramer with this one because, yeah, it's hard to say that this year is not going to be extremely bullish for us. We do see here from Income Sharks, he's quoting Icebergy over on Twitter, and we do see this is why it's going to be hard to be bearish this year. And we do see how much money did Kramer have on FTX. Listen closely to this.
Be Bitcoin, whether it be Ethereum, whether it be Solana, anything crypto, I think. Sell. Help me here! I can't stop! I think the big.
So, yeah, I mean, obviously, when we take a look at the past cycles, over bearishness around the mainstream media has always been a big deciding factor on what happens next. Now, this got posted on the 19th. Bitcoin has hit 22.7K as of current price action that I'm looking at. Most of this market is taking off. We've seen altcoins like HBAR breaking out. Alliance Block has done incredibly well. LCX hitting 10 plus cents. I mean, for the most part, a lot of these altcoins in this market are having some incredible moments in terms of price action. But this was not the only bearish insight that we've seen going back to January 10th. We've seen here, this whole thing is just a house of cards. Does anyone really own NFTs? I don't even know what to do with a fungible token. What do you do with a non-fungible token, says Jim Cramer on crypto. I don't think anyone should be in any of these. I think everyone should be, or everything should be sold. Listen closely to this.
Finally, on a downbeat note of sorts, but maybe an upbeat note, I don't know how you think the market's going to think about it. Coinbase cutting nearly about 1,000 jobs this morning.
Look, I think that when you read that there are people from Sam Bankman-Fried's outfit that are out there trying to talk, whoever can get in line to speak to the U.S. attorney. I'm not saying Coinbase is necessarily involved with them. I'm just saying that whole, I like Mike Novogratz very much, but that this whole thing is just to me, a house of cards. And the NFT, I mean, does anyone really own NFT? I mean, I don't even know what to do with a fungible token. What do you do with a non-fungible token?
So what does this say at 37.15? Is there a bottom here for you?
Look, I mean, it bounced yesterday, had a very big bounce, but we're in a different kind of world now, and I think people realize that perhaps the whole thing was manipulated. I read John Stark, who was at 18 years in enforcement at SEC. He's a great follow. And he's saying, look, you got to get out of everything involved in this. There isn't anything that's not being manipulated. There isn't anything that's not going to be investigated. In the end, the SEC is going to come in and sweep everybody because Gary Gensler's had it. There were a lot of Republicans who were urging him to say, hey, listen, fintech is here to stay. I think he's had it. I don't think anyone should be in any of these. I think everything should be sold.
And again, I just want you all to realize just how bearish mainstream media will get at the bottom. This is a perfect insight on just how disgraceful these mainstream media puppets are. Now, again, as we focus on this, let's actually take a quick look at the overall market. So here is the crypto total market cap. Now, Dark Defender, gonna be honest here, I'm not really seeing the $23 trillion market cap for crypto. I would love to be wrong. I've been targeting more so roughly within like the $8 to $12 trillion range. I'm really looking at possibly $10 trillion, right? But we do see, strangely, Jim Cramer calls to get out of crypto while the total market cap is talking differently. Sorry, I thought it was going to say taking a different path. Only a few will survive and will handle $23 trillion by January 2025, and all the money in circulation, including colossal debt, by January of 2027. And yeah, he's talking more so about a $100 trillion market cap value for crypto. I'm not necessarily looking at this like I've always said, like we could see $100 trillion plus market cap, by like 2035 roughly. I think that is something, that is possible. Very similar to like global equities, for an example, right? But when we look at what's happening around crypto, I am targeting like roughly the $10 trillion level going into this next major bull cycle. After that, we really kind of just target some higher price levels. I think that by 2027, 2028, somewhere within that time frame, we could possibly see anywhere between $25 to $50 trillion in market cap value. And I don't think that will surprise a lot of you out there, considering the fact that you guys see the value proposition behind crypto technology, DLT technology. I mean, every single major industry around finance and major player around finance is talking about DLT technology, blockchain technology, tokenizing this, digitizing that. But also, right now, a lot of people are like, where's the money going to come from to push crypto to new all-time highs? Well, guys, there is $4.8 trillion of cash just sitting on the sidelines. This is a record-setting amount. And it's in money markets ready to buy stocks. This is more than the COVID crash. Buyers are just waiting for sentiment to change. We know how quick that can happen. This is the fuel waiting for the match. And shout out to Income Sharks for this as well. But yeah, there's over $4.8 trillion just waiting to ape in. And I'm telling you guys right now, as we focus on crypto, as we focus on stocks and everything happening around finance, what have I told you guys? What have I told you guys around crypto and around stocks? Focus on the US dollar. The US dollar is about to collapse, in my opinion, and I do believe that risk on asset classes like stocks and crypto are about to take a major stroll into outer space, and it's going to be an incredible time to be in this market. Now, also, is this a big surprise? Let's take a look at a few updates that we recently just seen. So BlackRock wants to tokenize stocks on a DLT. Shout out to Aaron Bennett for this, but listen close to this.
I believe the next generation for markets, the next generation for securities will be tokenization of securities. We will, and if we could have that distributed ledger that we know every beneficial owner, every beneficial seller, we all have our code of who's buying, who's selling, instantaneous settlement. And think about it, it changes the whole ecosystem. You don't need trust banks.
But does that disrupt you eventually? Because you are custodying all of these assets.
No, we're not a custodian. We're not, we use third-party custodians in everything we do.
In everything you do?
We're not a custodian bank.
So your goal, by the way, I don't think that he was technically a custodian either, which is a separate issue.
I think they were. I don't know if there was a real custodian in that closed ledger, but that's a whole other story. You should ask him that question. No, I mean, the transformation, think about it, instantaneous settlement, bonds and stocks. No middlemen. We're going to bring down fees even more dramatically. As for me, I don't have to vote on any shares anymore because the beneficial owner will do all the voting.
So yeah, I mean, like this is from BlackRock. So when we really kind of take a look at this, yeah, this is a $10+ trillion assets under management company, right? So if you think about that, this is going to be not only one, a big game changer, but two, everything will be tokenized. Think about the value of this, $100 trillion plus immediately tokenized. This is going to take some time, but it's going to happen. Things like this are moving so fast. Check this out from Matthew Lin Y over on Twitter. The light shines in the darkness. The centralized Forex will reduce costs by as much as 80%. Report the researchers compared the average cost of remittances according to World Bank data with estimated cost of trading USDC. So let's take a look at this. So first off, real quick, how big of a market is this? Forex exchange market, $7.5 trillion per day. This is essentially, I mean, This is a massive amount of money. The total value of the forex industry decreased from about like almost 4 quadrillion dollars in 2019 to about 1.93 quadrillion dollars. But the forex market is still 30 times the size of the U.S. stock and bond markets combined. This is an absolute monster of a market. It's up $7.5 trillion. It was in 6.6 trillion in 2019. But now we are starting to see decentralized forex becoming a big thing, and it could reduce the cost by as much as 80%. And this is from a report with the World Bank. And we actually do see on-chain foreign exchange is a new model of global value exchange that offers a faster, cheaper, and more efficient alternative for cross-border payments. This is changing the game. Everything that we are seeing value-wise is being disrupted. And here is how this FX market will work. In my opinion, we might not even need decentralized finance. Why? Well, I just want to show you guys real quick something very interesting, right? Ripple recently represented 90% of the FX market in their on-demand liquidity mechanism. Now, this got posted back in the beginning of January. I want you guys to understand that this is now a $7.5 trillion market, and Ripple has already exposed themselves to 90% of this market. Now, does that mean that on-demand liquidity is moving 90% of the $6 trillion or $7.5 trillion market in this case? No. But it's exposed to 90% of this market, which is a massive move. Because again, when we take a look at the Forex market and the Forex exchange market, what are the inefficiencies that are plaguing that market? It's the same exact inefficiencies that is plaguing any traditional market right now. High cost, barely any transparency. I mean, you don't have instant settlement. It takes days for settle. It's the same exact problems that we see with traditional markets. That's why when we go back up here, like, it's going to be faster. It's going to be cheaper. It's going to be more efficient. You're going to have those efficient cross-border payments. I mean, everything around this market is going to change drastically. This is why we focus on the big money use cases. As everyone is focused on, the next gaming token or the next metaverse token or this token, that token, whatever token. We don't care, right? We're focused on the big, big money. Yeah, sure, some of those tokens are great to, just trade and whatnot. But at the end of the day, when we focus on the big use cases, here's an incredible chart that Anderson Anderson grabbed. So this is a tweet from Kevin Cage, and he's talking about the one thing that Anderson says in terms of like gaming use cases and how they are big in the billions of dollars. We focus more so on payment and trade finance use cases that are much bigger in the trillions. And here we have from Anderson 100%. And when it comes to cross-border payments, I made this graph from differences in transaction volume. So he actually did make this graph. Shout out to Anderson for this. But we do see the value of cross-border payments per year in trillions US dollars. Here is the B2B sector. Here's C2B. Here's B2C. And here's C2C. The B2B sector, which Ripple is mainly focused on, is the big one. It's the massive one. This is why we focus on what XRP is doing. This is what we focus on what Ripple is doing. It is truly only a matter of time before we see the next evolution of these markets. Everything that we have been focused on for so long is becoming reality. Decentralized Forex. We talk about tokenization of stocks. This is from BlackRock. I mean, everything that we are watching is becoming a reality, while, again, mainstream media tells you to stay out of it. Don't touch it. Get as far away as possible from crypto. Don't even look back on it. Don't even touch it. Never. It's all nonsense. It's all Ponzi. It's all a scam. It's all this. It's all that. Like, it's insane to me, right? It's insane to me that we have these individuals that are completely brainless, clowns that just go around the biggest circus show on TV and tout their nonsense to millions and millions of retail individuals, and those individuals are utilizing this as financial advice, and they're avoiding crypto at one of the most crucial points in history, in my opinion. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on. If you guys want more free content, you guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As it's up to you all. Have a beautiful day, beautiful night, wherever you guys are on this. Before this has been Nick. Peace out, guys.